As slow-moving as they are, turtles should never ever be underestimated. Even the smaller, more adorable-looking ones, as they can still do a lot of damage, which is exactly what we're about to see today. After noticing a tortoise acting strangely, someone decided to pull out their phone and record what was happening here. The tortoise was stalking a bird, and the bird seemed uneasy and frightened of it. It was a strange sight, because tortoises are usually seen as harmless and slow-moving creatures. The bear kept hopping away, but the tortoise kept following it persistently. Despite the bird trying to avoid it, the tortoise seemed insistent on catching up. When it finally did, the tortoise bit the terrified bird and started trying to eat it. I'm not sure if the bird was somehow stuck or injured or whatever, but for some reason it never tried to fly away. This little turtle was not letting go of its prey, no matter what happened. It just kept biting its tail and swimming along with its target, trying to make sure it never lost hold of it. The turtle was counting on its prey getting exhausted so it could finally catch up to it and start biting it for real. That seems like a good strategy for a predator that's not very fast, don't you think? I bet you've never seen a wild sea turtle eating a jellyfish before, so take a good look at this clip because that's exactly what's happening here. The greedy turtle is taking bite after bite from the poor jellyfish, and the jellyfish does not seem to be showing any resistance at all. However, it's hard to tell what it's really feeling since jellyfish don't really have visible expressions. It's really hard to guess what sparked this unusual encounter, but a turtle and a duck got into a very brutal fight, as you can see. The turtle seemed to completely control the situation, dominating the poor duck throughout the fight. The turtle had the duck's neck in its jaws and used that to control all of the duck's movements. It kept pulling and pulling as hard as it could to keep the duck's head underwater, trying to drown it and end the fight. The smart move by the turtle wasn't even necessary, as the duck already seemed doomed. Finally, the duck ended up as a floating corpse, and the turtle secured itself a hefty meal. Snapping turtles has some of the most powerful bite forces in the animal kingdom, and once they capture their prey, it becomes nearly impossible for them to escape. Snapping turtles are also very sneaky underwater, which is what these ducks found out in a very unpleasant way. The ducks were just hanging around, chilling in the water under the sun, when a hungry snapping turtle snuck up on them. In the blink of an eye, it grabbed one of them in its deadly jaws, and it turned out to be a baby duck. Someone brought their pet duck to swim in the lake here, but it quickly attracted the attention of a giant snapping turtle. The turtle showed up really fast and attacked the duck, and being pretty big, the duck was giving the turtle a hard time, using all of its might to try and escape. However, the turtle had a strong grip and wasn't allowing the duck to move away. The two creatures kept struggling for a while, each trying to overpower the other. Meanwhile, the duck's owner grabbed a stick and started attacking the snapping turtle repeatedly. After several strikes, the turtle finally let go of the duck. The duck was saved just in time, and it was thankful for its owner's actions. Would you ever have expected this tiny little tortoise to attack you if you saw it approaching? This cat certainly didn't, as the tortoise looked too small and too adorable to seem threatening. The cat just sat there and watched as the little tortoise approached, but as soon as the cat lifted one of its legs to see what the tortoise was doing, the small tortoise immediately bit the cat's leg. The poor cat was completely thrown off and ran away screaming, and it looked like it was limping a little. There was no way this frog was going to survive in the tank with two hungry snapping turtles, and it didn't. The tank had two snapping turtles, one frog, and a catfish. The catfish was lucky enough that the hungry turtles did not go after it. Instead, they both focused on the frog, tearing it apart while the catfish just swam around the tank, trying to find a way out but couldn't. The frog was clearly in immense pain, but it's funny how frogs always seem like they don't care no matter what's happening, even when they're being eaten alive. The poor frog had no way of getting away from the two hungry turtles and their deadly jaws, but it still managed to survive for quite some time, despite getting attacked non-stop. Just looking at a giant snapping turtle as a tiny mouse must be really terrifying, and it was very obvious that this poor mouse was scared out of its mind. The mouse was desperately trying to find a way out, but there wasn't one. Soon enough, the giant snapping turtle grabbed the much smaller mouse in its bone-crushing jaws and began trying to eat it while it was still alive. First, it just held the mouse underwater and waited, probably trying to drown it to death. After it was done waiting, the turtle started biting more and more of the mouse and swallowing more and more of it, until it finally had the entire thing inside its mouth. By that point, the little mouse had already been dead, thankfully enough. But it's a different story when turtles are the ones being attacked. They have a pretty solid defense system that helps them keep their lives and survive the most vicious attacks sometimes. This leopard spotted a turtle nearby and decided to try its luck with it. But as soon as the leopard attacked, the turtle hid within its shell. And the leopard was having a really hard time trying to find anything that it could bite.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.